Now, Way 31 Storm Tracker meteorologist Grace Anello with 31 Triple Doppler.
Ta-da! I'm happy about this little warm-up. I'm ready for a little break from the cold. I'll be glad for it to come back, but give us a break.
Yes. Well, I mean, I like the cold, but there's a real difference between waking up at 35 and waking up feeling like 19.
Yeah.
You know, 19's a little much.
Yeah, I moved from the north to get away from that cold weather. I didn't want to have to break out my parka down
So you're
here.
to blame.
I thought you came here just to sit next to me.
So, you know that was the reason. I heard Chris Tatum was in Huntsville. Let me get my butt down there.
I'm glad
And
you
she
did.
said,
whether it was for me or not.
31?
I'm glad you did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely good.
Pretty fantastic addition, I'd say. All right, a little less fantastic, these morning temperatures. Wah, wah, wah. Take a look. We're feeling like just 19 in Huntsville, 19 in Gunnersville, 19 in Fort Payne, feeling like 20 in Haleyville, and feeling like up to 27 in Muscle Shoals. So these temperatures are ridiculously cold yet again. But here's what I'll tell you. Your car this morning is going to have the most frost on it that we've seen in this entire winter stretch. And here's why. You see these light little lines that are tracking from south to north? Those are our wind tunnels. They're just light enough to be there, but not strong enough to prohibit that frost from developing like what we had yesterday. The real key is, though, they're coming from the south, ushering in moisture-rich air from the Gulf of Mexico, providing more moisture to freeze to your windshield. So make sure you head out there with an ice scraper this morning. The defrost setting is not going to cut it today. 31 Triple Doppler at 5:48 on your Wednesday morning, looking really nice, pretty calm for us right now, and cloud-free, but by a little bit later on, well, that's not going to be the case. I do have us in a caution day today, more so a caution morning, just because of these early morning temperatures in the teens. That is routine altering, to say the least. By this afternoon, it's quite a warm-up, and then tomorrow it's the opposite. We have a pretty mild morning, but then a really cold afternoon, and by Friday, well, we're just back to frigid temperatures yet again. Our little bit of a breeze that we spoke about having right now increases to about 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts just before lunchtime today. It increases even from there as we head to dinner time to up to about 25-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So at that point, it's going to be a gusty wind day. But it doesn't really matter today. Why? Because of our temperatures. They're getting all the way up from 20 right now to 54 degrees for our high temperature, which means even with that significant wind chill, we're still feeling the most comfortable we've been in about a week's time. Notice later in the afternoon, but particularly around dinner time, that is when we see more of that cloud cover come into the mix. Now tomorrow morning, I'm saying you only need a medium coffee to stay warm. Tomorrow morning is going to feel really quite mild, waking up at 42 degrees, which, you know, relatively that's warmer than we were for our high temperature yesterday. So that's feeling pretty good. But don't get too excited. Our high temperature tomorrow, just 43 degrees, only a 1-degree difference. The reason is a cold front's coming through in the late morning, and that's blocking our temperatures from climbing at all. So we'll have a whole lot of sunshine. We'll have an incredibly gusty wind, and contrary to today, tomorrow's wind is going to cool us down significantly and make the day even more unbearable, but it's also just going to be cold in the afternoon. So you still want to bundle up. That cold air that's settling in, keeping us cold Thursday, really pushes into the area Friday and has us waking up at just 20 degrees. From there, we very gradually get better. By Tuesday, we're waking up in the mid-50s, which is quite comfortable and significantly above average. I've got my eyes on our next weather maker, as always. It's coming Sunday night into Monday morning, and then in fact, even through all day on Monday. So prep for rain then.